The seats, again, they're comfortable. So I feel like these seats are really great for what I do right now, which is a lot of commuting. Like I said, I use my car for long distance commute. I commute about 200 miles every week up and down from Central to South Florida. And for me, the ride comfort is really important. I feel like the seats are really comfortable, but I wonder if the textile material, the cloth part of the material, if after 40,000 miles, I wonder if it starts to wear differently than the leather one. I don't know. That's something to maybe do a video later down the road. Now, besides that, I just came driving my personal 2023 Model Y all-wheel drive long range, and that suspension on that one is very stiff. The suspension on this, I can't tell if it's also stiff or it's a little dampened, but because this comes with 18-inch wheels, so you have a lot more sidewall than a 19 or even a 20, which is what I have, or a 21 on the performance model. I can't tell if the suspension with the added sidewall on these tires is making it a little more comfortable, a little more dampened as I'm driving this Model Y standard. But it's very comfortable. I will say it's a very comfortable ride. You do not feel like you're missing out on the premium Tesla Model Ys or even the performance. Although the performance, that's a whole different beast on its own, especially the one that's coming out or was just launched this year, should be available sometime later this year. But between the standard and the premium or even a used Tesla Model Y like the one I have, you're not missing out on anything, on the experience of driving this car. The system is pretty much the same. You know, the charging, I was actually not sure if I was going to charge my phone. It actually is charging my phone just fine. The space right here feels great use of space in here. You know, they got rid of this section right here for efficiency when it came to the production line. But still, this is great use of space. The way this feels over on my elbow, just kind of resting my arm right here on the armrest, it's very soft materials. This material on the side, it is a little harsher, not harsh, but just stiffer. You know, it's rubbing against my arm, but it's not uncomfortable. Like if I had to drive to work in this car, it's actually not bad. Now, the other thing I really like now that I'm in this car and I'm thinking about potentially owning this particular version is the pockets on the sides. The pockets in this Model Y, they're not carpeted. They have plastic inline. And I find that to be better because it's easier to clean. If I drop something in there, which many times the thing that I do the most is I always carry around a bottle of Purell in there. And sometimes I forget to close it all the way and it knocks over and it heats up and it bubbles out. Sounds super gross, but it does happen. So it ends up leaving, you know, marks inside there and it's hard to clean. So I think I actually would prefer it to be like this one. This one has the rubber inline pieces in here. So it's actually all rubber material, if you can hear that. So I actually prefer that for, you know, cleanliness. Honestly, driving this right now, the sound, I'm trying to focus on it to see if it feels any different, sounds any different. Not really. From my Tesla Model Y, my 2023 Model Y, to this, it's about the same. Or I would say maybe not the same, maybe better than mine. And I'm guessing it's because of this material up here that it's kind of dampening the sound even more. I do hear a little more rattling back there, but I don't know if it's because the seats in the back are a little bit thinner because I got rid of that, you know, section for the middle part. So now you can actually fold all three parts of the back seats independently, which is great for utility, especially if you're trying to haul out some kind of like long, you know, maybe a guitar, maybe like piping or luggage or anything that's long, and you want to be able still to use the two seats in the back. I think it's a fantastic, use of space and utilitarianism back there.